Hello everyone, welcome back to another I.C.G video today, and today we're going to be going over the Marvel Rivals mid-season patch notes and what's new, what's different, and who got buffed and nerfed. So this is a little different on my channel, but I made a tier list that was a little different about Marvel Rivals, and you guys seem to enjoy it, so let's get into it.
So, the first character in the game that we're going to be talking about is the Vanguards, or first characters. Vanguards, first Venom. His arrival, I'm assuming this is his swing, is going to be on a different thing. It's going to be a knockback towards a 75-degree angle, meaning, pushes enemies a little different. And his ultimate cost is going down to 2,800 to 2,500. Definitely needed because his ult cost took a little bit too much, and his ult is not very good in the game either way, so this is a good buff. Next is Captain America. Added ability is the absolute defense during jumping. Obviously, so thank you might use shield while jumping, so your shield while jumping. So now is the projectile speed is increased to 60 to 80, so it's a little bit of a change, and speed after hit increased to 100 to 150, so a little bit of a change. Next is Thor. Thor removed cooldown after Rune Awakening, so the cooldown is removed after his awakening duration ends. A little bit of a change as well. Groot walls can be placed up to 18 meters up to 15, so his walls definitely got changed just a tad bit. Magneto, primary fire to 35 to 40, and certain energy cost to 50 to 65, minimum to 2.1.5. So his energy cost is a little more now, and the duration is a little less, so it's just a little bit of a nerf, but not too bad. And Doctor Strange is 650 HP to 600. A big change. I think it's well deserved. Doctor Strange is a great Vanguard in this game, and he's definitely extremely powerful. That's why he's played at a lot of levels of the game. Next is the Duelist. So let's jump into the Duelist. First is going to be Iron Fist. Iron Fist HP increased to 250 to 300. This is a big change. Iron Fist is a strong hero, but he's been lacking because his survivability is not good at all. Jin-Kun does first attack damage reduced. So his attack damage has been reduced 32 to 30. And now 16 to 15. His 6 reduce is from 55 to 50, so just overall an attack damage debuff, so definitely increasing his survivability but lowering his damage. Cooldown hit combo increase from 1 to 1.5 seconds, and the damage of each of the Sun Punch decreased to 19 to 10, so a little bit of buff and a little bit of nerf for Iron Fist. His recovery increased from 50 to 150 HP with decay at 25 seconds, so increases his heal output, but definitely his cooldown with it definitely gets a lot more. And his defense recovered block to 150 to 200, so the block is increased. Like I said, overall survivability buff, but his damage has been reduced a tad bit. Mr. Fantastic. I have a bunch of mixed opinions about Mr. Fantastic. His flexible spell field increased to 2.5 to 5 meters, so it's just a little bigger. Now can knock back enemies outward after landing. Okay. Charge increased to 8 seconds to 10 seconds, so a little bit more. So his balanced damage increased from 50 to 70. It wasn't very good, but now it's going to be a little better, which is good. His energy cost increased from 2,800 to 3,400, a lot more. So we'll see if that's a huge difference. So we'll see. Damage fall off. Damage starts decaying at 3 meters to max of 50 at 10. Okay, so it's a little strange, but I could see definitely the fall off being changed a little bit. Iron Man, his unit beam damage increased to 120 to 140. Okay, his beam got increased, even though people complained about it. But Iron Man has not played a crazy amount, so. And his armor overdrive unit beam increased to, so he just got an overall buff. I don't know if I agree with it, but it's not. He's not picked that much, so I kind of do agree with just a little bit. Hawkeye. Really do not like Hawkeye. He gets a buff with his damage. Explosive arrows decreased. Damage. That's his explosive arrow. Wait. Yeah, explosive arrows decreased. His explosive arrows weren't very good in the first place, and his spell field damage increased to 250 to 32, or 25 to 32. I kind of agree with this and kind of don't. His explosive arrows do suck, and they just made it worse, but his spell field damage increased a little bit, so maybe that's not that bad. His Crescent Splash cooldown decreased to 15 to 12, okay, and his ultimate bow charge acceleration draw speed increased from 1.2 to 1.35. So he got a buff, which I really do not like, but it got changed a little bit. But no one really uses explosive arrows, so that doesn't really change anything. But he got an overall buff, which I do not like Hawkeye, but that's how it is. Storm, wind blade damage 30 meters reduced to 70%, 60%. Okay, that's good. So when you're further away, take a little bit less damage. Self boost 16 to 12. Team boost 8 to 10. So the self boost is less, team boost is better. That's actually pretty nice. Goddess boost thunder, self boost damage increase to 30 to 25. Oh yeah, 30% to 25%. Okay. So a little bit of buff, a little bit of nerf. Star Lord ultimate cost from. Oh, this is good. I like this because his ult was way too easy to get, and it's very good. One of the most overpowered in the game, and it's a little more. So that's a little bit of a small nerf, but not terrible. Scarlet Witch ultimate 100 HP bonus applied on cast. Decays 50 seconds after interrupted. Okay, so it's a little bit of an HP bonus, but not terrible. Spider-Man web clusters recharge decreased to 3 seconds to 2.5. Very needed. His web clusters, it takes way too long to get, and this does buff Spider-Man a little bit, which I kind of do like because I do play Spider-Man. But for all your supports out there, that's quite unfortunate because he's just going to be a little better. Not too much, but a little. Moon Knight, Khonshu's fist sped up reduced. Okay. Corrected damage logic removes 75 damage for being in the middle of the spell field. Each fist now goes up to 150. Now does 150 up to 75. Okay. A little bit of just a fix up. Not terrible. Black Widow, rifle capacity increased to 8 to 15. Needed. Ultimate slowdown effect reduce. Oh, to 80 to 55. Focusing on the whole effect, the hit enemy charges incomplete. This is weird. I don't know what they're gonna do with Black Widow because I feel like she's one of the worst characters in the game, but we'll see. Magic. The world normal damage increased from 45 to 40, so a little bit of a nerf. Demon's Rage damage increased to 80 to 72, another nerf. Ultimate cost from 3,700 to 3,400. Oh yeah, so that's a little bit of a buff, a little bit of a nerf. Hela, Soul Drainer, damage fall off at 30 meters from 70 to 80. Okay, so it's not terrible. Just a little bit of a change. So now what's going on in Strategist? Primary Fighter for Adam Warlock changed to 55 to 60, 60% damage fall off. So just buffed his damage a little bit, which is nice. Soul Bond increased, which is very needed. He is my support main, and we do need more heals on the Soul Bond, and he's just lacking a little bit in the support category, but this is great. Cloak and Dagger, this is big changes. Ultimate cost increased at 3,400 to 4,000. Definitely needed. She ulted so many times. Dash Slices Frog to duration reduced to 10 to 8, so a little bit of a nerf. Pause between dashes, 1 second. Okay, so a little bit of buff on her ult, but takes more time to get. Healing effect when drained enemies no longer stack. Only one lane's works. Okay, so something that doesn't no longer stack. And Terracate vulnerability on enemies increased to 20% to 28. I do not like this move, and that's going to make it even harder. So it's a buff and a nerf. Luna Snow's cost from 4,000 to 4,500. This gets rid of triple support a little bit, making the ults a little harder to get. Loki is ultimate cost increased to 3,400 to 4,000. Loki was in the middle, but this is definitely going to make supports harder to play because the ult takes longer. Ammo increased to 10 to 12, so it does more DPS. Copying ult is a little harder. Mantis, ultimate bonus HP reduced to 100 to 75. That's a little bit of a nerf. Invisible Wind ultimate cost increased from 4,000 to 4,300. So that's all the characters in the game. And finally, let's go to the team up abilities. A little bit, not too much. The Gamma team up reduced. Oh, okay. So the damage is reduced. Doesn't know how much yet. So it does need a little bit of reducing. Hulk HP gain for being anchor reduced from 150 to 100, so a little bit of nerf on each end, but not too bad. The disc rewind teleport reduced from 5 to 3 seconds. Bonus conversion increased to 0.5 to 0.8, so definitely just a little bit of a nerf. Full moon, new 25% healing effect, I think. Okay, so obviously because these patch notes are translated, can't always figure out what it is, but this is probably what it's going to be. Because these are very early patch notes. Sommia Bond skill timer reduced from 4 seconds to 1. 50 damage reduction is removed and completely invincibility added. Oh, okay. So this is going to be very new, and I'm kind of excited to see this. Frozen Chi healing increased to 50 to 75, so it's a little more. The enemy slow effect increased to 20 to 30. So overall buff for half of these and a little bit of nerf.
Well, that wraps up the mid-season patch notes. I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave it down in the comments below. Do you think these characters were, patched up right? Do you think they needed a buff, nerf? Put it in the comment section below. I would love to know and what you guys think, and if you agree or disagree with it. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribing and liking would be very appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.